Google has officially unveiled its latest foldable smartphone, the Pixel 10 Fold. Alongside this, the other members of the Pixel 10 series, which I already shared details about in the last video. So if you haven't checked them out yet, I encourage you to watch those contents. And during an event brimming with Google's confidence and direct jabs at Apple, the discussion centered around this Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Personally, I am not a fan of its entry name, but anyway, this device is notable as the very first folding device on the market with an IP68 certification, full dust protection, a first foldables. But let me tell you about the rest of the specs. The external display is 6.4-inch OLED at 120 Hz, and the internal display is an 8-inch flexible LTPO OLED. As you realize, the external display is much smaller than what we are used to because it is not such a tall device. Most foldables use a taller external display. Inside, we will find the underpowered Tensor G5 chip, manufactured in a 3nm process, which has a really poor performance if we compare it with the current high-end. This will be its main element against because some are already starting to publish benchmarks ensuring that it is less powerful than an iPhone 5 years ago. The truth is that it would be disastrous, although we already know that the Tensor have never been characterized by giving ultra power, but by having artificial intelligence approaches. But hey, we will test this processor at some point. For now, let me tell you that it comes accompanied by 16 GB of LPDDR RAM 5X and options of 5. 112, 256 GB or up to 1 TB of storage UFS 4.0. The triple camera system includes a 48 megapixel main sensor with optical stabilization, also a 10.5 megapixel ultra wide angle, and finally a 10.8 megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom and optical stabilization. It seems that the zoom again will remain a pending issue in the foldables, although at least it has optical zoom 5x, but this is where the drawbacks begin to emerge, that there is too much space between 1x and 5x for that intermediate digital zoom, and Google still decided to place a low-resolution sensor relatively compared to the sensors used by some other Chinese foldables. Anyway, the starting price is $1,799, but keep in mind that the prices here differ from those there. Also, even though the new Pixel, they arrived in Mexico, in addition to the foldable, the new Pixel Buds were introduced. Priced at $129, these now feature active noise, a cancellation and silent seal 1.5, which is their new design. They offer a battery life of 7 hours with noise cancellation on and come with a replaceable battery case. A curious fact of the event, hosted by Jimmy Fallon, was the number of jokes made to Apple. Rick Osterloh, who is Google's head of hardware, talked about the broken promises made by competitors specifically, pointing out the delays in Apple's artificial intelligence, including the new Siri, among other things. Later on, Adrian Lofton, who is the vice president of marketing, made fun of the closed ecosystem of some companies. Even though he didn't mention Apple directly, it was clear he was referring to that company. And then later on, when discussing the compatibility of Pixel Snap with MagSafe, he mentioned that the Pixel 10 will indeed function perfectly, compatible with your Apple MagSafe accessories, which led Fallon to jokingly use the A word. Lofton concluded by stating that the ongoing battle between the green and blue bubbles is both silly and quite tiresome, this referencing. The very first one that comes to mind is Apple's iMessage application. This app is quite interesting because it differentiates between users by showing green bubbles for those who are not using an iPhone and blue bubbles for those who are indeed using an iPhone. It's a small detail, but believe it or not, this has sparked controversy in the US where iMessage is popular. Outside the US, we may not see the impact of these comments, but it's clear evidence of Google's confidence in directly challenging its competitor. Share your thoughts on Google's criticism of Apple at their event.